Statistics is defined as it's a collection, organization, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. The other is what are the functions of statistics? First one is it presents the facts in a definite form. Can you say an example for that? The facts are presented in a definite form. That means it will present it clearly. The data is presented clearly. Example, present situation itself. In the case of corona, okay, the corona patients in Kerala are increasing day by day. It's a statement. Or when we are comparing the case of India, the number of patients, corona patients are increasing. Okay, is any correct idea about the data, whether it is increasing in how much percentage or anything? Or instead of that, the number of corona patients in April was 25, and suppose it is 25, and in May it was 105. See, we can use that two data for a comparison. Isn't it? At the time, or the number of corona patients in the lockdown time was only 500. Then after the lockdown in Kerala, it was increased to 2000. That is a clear statistical data which help us to compare. So the first important function of statistics is it presents the facts in a definite form. It will give us a clear and a definite idea about the data or the facts. India's production of rice was more in 2008 than in 2010. That is not a statistical data because it will not include how much increase in the production. But if it is given, the India's production was 110 in 2008, but it was 150 ton in 2010. That gives us a data for comparison. So the first important function of statistics is it presents the facts in a definite form. First important function of statistics is it presents the facts in a definite form. Okay. The second one is it helps in condensing the mass data into a numerical measure. It helps us to condense the mass data into numerical measure. For example, when we are calculating the national income, average income. The average income of a country is easy to remember, but it is too difficult to calculate each individual's income. For you are also, when you are calculating the mark, your total percentage you will always remember. In 10th, how much percentage you got, or at 12th, how much percentage, that we will remember. But each subject wise, it is too difficult for you to remember. Isn't it? To Tom, we will ask 10, how much mark you will got? Then he will take 80 percentage. Suppose it's 80 percentage. That means it's average. But for each subject, maybe sometimes it is too difficult to remember. Like that, it helps. The statistics help us to condense the data. By using the average method, we are making the data. So the second feature is it helps in condensing the mass data into a few numerical measures. The first one is it presents the facts in a definite form. The second one is help in condensing the mass data into numerical measures. And it helps for comparison. We are comparing suppose we want to compare the studies among the students. We will compare your marks or your overall performance. We will use the statistical data for the comparison. The present situation, corona, how we are comparing based on the statistical data. India is in the 5th position on in corona patients. That means by using the statistical data, we are saying that, oh, India's position is this much. This much people in India are affected by the disease. Okay. So what are the important functions of statistics? It includes, it presents the facts in a definite form. Then it helps in condensing the mass data into numerical measures. Then it helps in comparison. And at the same time, it helps in prediction. It helps in prediction. Suppose we can say that Grishma scored 85% in 10th. And we can predict that. If you work hard, Grishma, you can score 90% in 12. That is a simple example I am saying, okay? It is not for writing the exam, just to understand the concept. So it facilitates the prediction. We can predict that, oh, she is performing like this after 10, each and every weekly test or your unit exams, half yearly, and every mark we are calculating, and we can say that if you work hard, you can be reach this much. So the statistics, how we are comparing that, simply can we simply say that, oh, 10th she got this much mark and 12th she will get this much mark. It is not possible. By taking their average performance in each mark, in each exam, how much they are scoring, then we will say, oh, if they work hard, they can score this much. Okay, for that also we are using statistics. Your percentage, it's a statistical method. Your averages, it's a statistics. So statistics is used for the prediction. So what are the uses of statistics? The first one is it presents the facts in a definite form. The second one is it helps in condensing the mass data into a few numerical measures. That means it helps to summarize the data. Then the third one is it facilitates comparison. And the other one is it helps in prediction, and also it helps in the formulation of policies. It helps in the formulation of plans and policies. Based on this, we are forming the policies, framing the policies. Based on the statistical data. Suppose an example, unemployment is an economic problem. Okay, unemployment is an economic problem. So suppose the government decided to provide various employment programs. We need the statistical data. These much population are working or they are unemployed. So based on that, the government will formulate their future policies. Suppose a developmental plan is coming, based on the current needs, it will formulate the future plans. All these we depend on the statistical data. So what are the importance of statistics? What are the importance of statistics, or what are the functions of statistics? What are the functions of statistics? It presents the facts in a definite form. Then it helps in condensing the mass data. Then it helps in comparison. Then it helps in prediction, and also it helps in formulating new policies. Clear? Hadi, are you clear? What are the functions of statistics? Can you say what are the functions of statistics? Unmuted, Hadi.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Can you say any one or two functions?
No, ma'am. I don't know.
I don't remember this much. Pavitra, can you say?
It presents a fact in a definite form.
Okay, it presents the facts in a definite form. Yes, that means it presents the facts in a precise and a definite form. It gives us a clear-cut idea about the data. The first point is it presents the data fact in a definite form. Then think about your mark itself. It is easy. It helps in comparison. It helps in prediction. It helps in help for the future plans and policies. Then it helps us to condensing the mass data into a few numerical measures. Example, I told the mark itself, for if you have too much subjects, it is too difficult to remember all the subjects mark. In the classics, you know, physics, chemistry, biology, history, geography, politics, economics, is it possible for you to remember each subject's mark? No, how we will remember? Social, we got this much. Science, we got this much. Then for English, then after a few years, if we are asking you how much mark you got in 10, you will only remember the percentage. That always we will remember because it's a statistical data. It is so easy to remember. Okay. So what are the important functions of statistics? What are the important functions of statistics? It presents the facts in a definite form. It helps in condensing the mass data into a few numerical data. Then it helps it facilitates prediction, then it helps in comparison, and also it helps in making new policies and plans. Okay. Then what is the use of the statistics in economics? These are the uses of statistics. Can you say how the statistics is used in economics? Anybody? No, Sharath, can you say? Sharath, yeah, is it the statistics have any use in economics? Monet, I can't hear. Any problem in the audio? Sorry. Then, Aparna, can you say? No idea. First one is it helps in analyzing the economic problems and formulating the policies. So our economy is facing a lot of problems. The economic problems include, first listen here, the economics problems include poverty, unemployment, then population, increase in rising population. All these are the economic, all these are coming under the economic problems. Okay. So the statistical data help us to analyze the economics problem and to frame the policy. Suppose poverty. Poverty is increasing or decreasing after independence. By using the statistical data, we are comparing whether the poverty is increasing or decreasing. Then what we can do? To increasing the poverty, to decrease the poverty, what all policies we can take? We can create more employment opportunities. Then in which all state poverty is more severe in which all state? So to find out all these, we are using the statistical data. So the statistics is very, very important in economic analysis. We cannot analyze an economic problem without the use of statistical data. You cannot study economics without statistics, because each and every, even you are studying the theory part also, we have some tables for comparison and all. We want to study what happened in, at the time of independence and current situation. So all this comparison is possible by using the statistical data. So the statistics, first one is it helps to analyze the economic problems and to formulate the policies accordingly. First, we want to analyze the problem, only then we can frame the policy. Poverty, first we want to know what are the reasons of poverty, in which all category, which all places the people are poor, or which all states the people are living in utter poverty. Only then we can frame the policies accordingly. So the statistics helps in analyzing the problem and also to frame the policies. Okay, that's the first important role of statistics in economics. The another one is it find the economic relationship using the data and verify them. That means in economics we will study a lot of variables. Demand and price. An example, the demand and price of goods. Suppose when the price increases, automatically the demand for a good will decrease. When the price of a good increases, our demand for that product, if it is not an essential item, automatically its price will, demand will increase. There is an inverse relationship between our demand and a price. It's an economic theory. It's an economic theory. When the price increases, demand decreases. When the price decreases, demand increases. It's an economic theory, but based on the statistical data we are proving. When the price is 5, the demand will be 4, or when the price is 6, the demand will be 2. Based on the statistical data, we are analyzing it. So another importance of statistics is it helps to find the economic relationship, and also it helps us to check whether any relationship between price and demand. Is there any relationship between the price of a commodity and demand of a good? For analyzing all these, statistics is used. Okay. Then another one is for decision making. In economics, the decision making we will take statistics into considering. Suppose we are depending on the foreign countries for importing goods. So based on the statistical data, we will decide this year how much petroleum products will be imported, or whether this much petroleum product is enough for this year. Based on the statistical data, we are making the decisions. Clear? Yes? That is about what are the functions of statistics and what are the functions of statistics in economics. Irfan? You understood? So first one is what are the functions of statistics? It includes it presents facts in a definite form. It presents the facts in a definite form. Then it helps in condensing the mass data into a few numerical methods, or it helps to summarize the data. If that point is too difficult for you, you can write it helps to summarize the data. It helps to summarize the data. Then it helps in prediction. And it helps in policy. This is applicable for all the subjects, okay? These are the major functions of statistics. In each and every subject, which all subjects we are using statistics, it have its own importance in that subject. The way or the method is different, but each subject, it have its own importance. So this is the major functions of statistics. It present the facts in a definite form. Then it helps to summarize the data. Then it helps in comparison. It helps in prediction, and it helps in policy making. These are the major functions of statistics. All of you got the textbook? Irfan, you have the textbook?
Yes, yes.
Okay, then what are the limitations? Is the statistics have any limitation? Like all other subjects, it also has some limitations. Its limitation is it is not considering the qualitative data. Like beauty, we cannot measure it statistically. Statistics mainly focus on quantitative data. That is, it's one of the important limitation. It is not considering the qualitative data. And sometimes it will be misinterpreted. If the illiterate persons cannot understand the statistical data properly. So sometimes it will be misinterpreted. Okay? And also, it doesn't deal with any individual data. In the statistics, we will take the averages, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, mean. I think all these things you studied, isn't it? Standard deviation, mean deviation, and all in 10? Yes. So all these are, no individual data have importance in statistics. We are not concerning about the individual data. Mainly, we are concerning about the averages. So that are the three major limitations of statistics. The three major limitations are, it will not be considering the qualitative data. We cannot measure the qualitative data using statistics. And the one is, it can be misinterpreted. If an uneducated person or an illiterate person cannot understand the statistical data properly. And also, it will not consider the individual data. It always concern about the averages. Okay? Clear? So that's all about your first chapter. It's a very simple chapter. It's only an introduction chapter. It's about what is statistics and how it is using in economics. Once again, we can go through that. Statistics. Father of statistics is Sir Ronald Fisher. And who's the father of Indian statistics? It's P.C. Mahalanobis. He's the father of Indian statistics. This name I told you, it is the later you will study about the Mahalanobis. Then father of economics, it's Adam Smith. And what is economics? It's a study of how the people and society choose to employ the scarce resources. Always remember, if there is no scarcity of resources, there is no importance for economics. Only because the scarcity of resources and the resources have alternative uses. The resources are, yesterday I told you about Tom. If you have 100 rupee with him, his resource is very scarce. His need is for 200 or 300 rupee, but he got only 100 rupee. That is, the resource is scarce, but the resource have unlimited use. It can be used for anything. He can buy 2 or more goods, or he can buy only a single good. Like that, if we are using the resources also, each resource we can use it for different uses. So scarcity is the main reason for arising the economic problem. So economics is a study of how people and society choose to employ the scarce resources that could have alternative uses and which can be used for the production of various commodities. Why economics? Because of the resources are scarce and the resources have alternative uses. Then statistics. Statistics is defined as the economic activities are divided into consumption, production, and distribution. All the economic activities include consumption, production, and distribution. I told you your first year micro textbook, we will detailedly go to each of this consumption, production, and distribution. Then statistics. It is a collection, organization, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. These 4 terms are the coming chapters. Okay. Next chapter is collection of data. And next chapter is organization of data, then presentation of data. And the last chapter is including how to analyze the data. It includes the scope of statistics. If a question is there, explain the scope of statistics, you can write these points. Collection of data, organization of data, presentation of data, analysis and interpretation of data. The scope of statistics include collection of data, organization of data, presentation of data, analysis and interpretation of data. Scope of statistics: collection, organization, presentation, analysis and interpretation. Then what are the functions of statistics? It presents the facts in a definite form. It helps in condensing the mass data into a few measures. It facilitates comparison. It helps in prediction, and it helps in the formulation of various plans and policies that we discussed now. It presents facts in a definite form. It helps us to give a clear-cut idea. Then it helps in condensing the mass data into a few measures. Think your mark, your subjects. Then it facilitates comparison. You can compare yourself. Then it helps in prediction. Future, this much data, after 10th I scored this much. So in the future I can score this much. It helps in the formulation of plans and policies. Accordingly, you can change your pattern. Oh, if I am moving like that, my mark is coming down or my mark is increasing. If your mark have an increasing chart, you can plan accordingly. If it is a decreasing chart also, you can plan accordingly. For all these, we are using statistics. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are using the statistical data. Isn't it? Your marks, your average mark is a statistical data. Then what is its importance in economics? In economics, it helps in analyzing the economic policies and also for formulating new policies. And it helps us to find the statistical relationship between the two variables. Okay? Are you clear?
Stop.
Yes, this chapter, any doubt? No doubt. 2 persons are no doubt. Those who understood everything. Tom is smiling. Second one is? Which category, Tom, second one?
Those who didn't understand anything.
In which category you are?
Understood.
Understood. So first category. Okay, I hope you understand. This is very simple chapter. Very simple chapter. Nothing in it. Only what is statistics, then its functions, how it is used in economics, and what are its limitations. 3 limitations only. So simple to remember. Sometimes it will be misled. But I will not take into considering the qualitative data, and also it doesn't deal with individuals. It always deals with aggregates of facts. It is not dealing with any individual data. Okay? No doubts. Okay, wait, once again I want to take the attendance, okay? Okay, hope you understood the chapter. So today, take your economics textbook and read the chapter.